Hello everyone. We are Team Hit and we have made our project on SoulBuddy, which is an AI powered spiritual guide. So let's understand the journey of how we build it. So first of all, what we did was we went to Langflow Cloud and made our workflow. First of all, we had this text input where the user will have his heading. Then we have a chat input where the user can prompt his or her questions specific to him or her. Next, what we are doing is we are adding a prompt component over here, which takes two things. First, it takes the context of what it is asking about, and second is the question of what the user is asking. Let's go forward, and as you can see, we have integrated a OpenAI component in it, which is again taking an API key for running, and at the end we have chat output. In between this, what's the role of context? Let's understand this. So first of all, we'll take the data stacks AstraDB, which is a vector database, and what we will do is we will connect our data sets on top of which we want to check or get the data against what the user have asked. So for that, we have three files. One is of gemstone data, one is of numerology data, and the third one is zodiac data.pdf. What we did was we went to the original website and copied the whole thing and pushed it to GPT and said that give us the precise information out of all this stuff. So it gave us the response in JSON format and we saved it as PDF. The reason why we did this was because when it was directly uploading those documents, which was obviously large in size, we were getting a timeout, which means that the split text was not able to render or chunk out a lot of data at once. So that's why what we did was we went to GPT and said that boil down the concept and essential point for every document in a JSON format. And after doing that, we fed it to a split text, which has chunk overlap of 200 and chunk size of 2000, which is again variable. We can change it as per our needs. What we did next was we ingested it to the vector database and added an embedding system, which is OpenAI in our case. So this is our basic workflow, what we made to get the output from the chatbot. Once we made it, we took the curl of this workflow and also the authentication key so that we could use it in the backend. The catch here was that we could not directly call this API to the front end as it will give us force error. So what we did to resolve it was that we made a proxy API for this. So we made a small simple backend which had this. Let me show you the code. Here is the code, and you can also find the GitHub repo in the description as well. We have linked it. So we made a proxy API by the name slash API slash chat, and we called that Langflow's API and passed all the required fields, that is Langflow API URL and Langflow bearer token. Once we did it, we made a front end out of it, and the code is again available on the GitHub repo. I'll just skim through it once. This is the whole setup. And we have app.css, app.jsx, and that's how we go further down the line. Once we have completed all those coding part, we deployed the backend on render.com and the front end on Vercel as they provide free deploying services. And voila, we have our own customized AI powered spiritual guide. How to use it? Pretty simple. Just enter your name, which is, uh, let's say Shubhjan, which is my name. Let's take it 1900. Uh, let's take it 1956. Let's make it 9. Let's do this. Date should be 19 hours. Let's 18 hours, that's 6 o'clock. Again, minutes. Let's say it's 25 minutes. Selected male. I live in Indore. So yeah, Indore. And Madhya Pradesh is the state. Now, as we click the button, it's calling the API of the land flow and getting me all the essential informations about this for date, name, and all those stuff. So it will take a bit time. And yes, we have it. So we can see we have Kundali analysis and horoscope reading, which has birth chart interpretation. Sun sign is Virgo. Element is Earth. Ruler is Mercury. Traits is analytical, practical, detail oriented, and service minded. Then we have current planetary positions. Then we have upcoming astrological predictions, which is about career, relationship, health, personal growth, all those stuff. If we go down, we have personal recommendations about what kind of puja I can do. So recite the Gayatri month on Fridays, offer white flowers in a temple. It will help me. Beneficial gemstones are emerald and yellow sapphire for me. And essential do's is practice mindfulness and meditation regularly, engage in active service, and don'ts is avoid overthinking of being overcritical of yourself and others. Steer clear of negative environment and drain your energy. Wellness guidelines, and it goes on. One more feature that we have added is now, based on this, you can personalize your chat with the AI. So we can ask custom questions like when will I get a promotion? And it searches again in the backend, hitting all the APIs, and it will retrieve us. Yeah. So this is the thing. Let's go.